Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different to what you've been seeing me do here on my channel. Today's going to be a bit more up close and personal in regards to who I am and why I decided to change my life around. I am a Christian and that's pretty much my journey and my lifestyle now. And it's not been easy getting here. It's been a battle to get here. Even to film this video has been a battle. I have been wrestling with the idea of filming this video because of fear and just anxiety and worry, and there's so much consuming my mind. Second time filming it, I've been sitting here for about an hour or so contemplating whether or not I should film it. But honestly guys, I am not going to focus on what I may be thinking about somebody or anything, and I'm just going to share my testimony with you guys. So I have been surrounded within a Christian home for all of my life pretty much, and being a Christian is what has been submerged in my mind for the longest time. At the age of 9 years old, I got baptized because I did go to a Christian school, and I did accept Jesus into my heart at that age. And I believe at the age of 9 that was the best way that I could accept Jesus in my heart, and I was living the best way I could to accept Jesus. And I guess throughout the years I started to find myself drift away, and at the age of 9 years old I experienced God, but I really didn't experience Him to the level that I do now. But I started to drift away. So I would say I am what you call a backslider. So a backslider is somebody who accepts Jesus, and then through time, you start to forget about Jesus and start doing your own thing. And that was definitely me. I forgot about Jesus and I started living my own life. At the age of 14, I moved here to Canada, Toronto. And it was hard for me because, leaving your friends and your family is not easy. I was lonely, I was in a dark place, and it was so hard for me to understand, what was going on in my life. And at the age of 17, I fell in love with dance again, and dance has just been a passion, that really brought happiness into my life. And then I met this guy, and me and him started dating. And we got into a relationship, and it was a lot of it was focused in regards to dancing. We both had a passion for dancing. We both really liked to dance, and we just submerged, and I found so much happiness because I was like, oh my goodness, okay, I'm here in Canada, I'm dancing, this guy likes dancing, but that happiness started to fade away, and the dancing started to fade away, and I started finding myself in a dark place full of trying to figure out in terms of what's going on. So this guy that I was with, I dated for, how long? 8 years. I dated for 8 years before we got married. But before we get into that, we dated for a very long time, and the relationship wasn't, the greatest relationship. The relationship on the outside looked like it was all great. It looked like it was flowers. It looked like it was roses. We looked like that couple that was on Facebook or Instagram that was smiling and always happy, but deep down inside, we were crumbling, and deep down inside, there was so much pain. I suffered a lot of depression in terms of how I was dealing and handling the relationship. I think I was trying to be somebody that I wasn't, and it was eating me inside. In terms of just the relationship, there was a lack of communication. And I think what was so hard for me is that I was trying to live out this perfect relationship, and having everybody involved, not even involved, but having everybody looking at us on the outside, put so much pressure on us and made us realize that our relationship has to be perfect. And honestly, the communication in that relationship wasn't there, but we was really trying to strive for a perfect relationship. And like I said, I started to find myself crumbling, and throughout the many years that we dated, we never lasted 1 year. Every 3 months I would break up with this guy, and I'd be like, you know what, I can't do it anymore. And that was due to many reasons. Some reasons maybe had been a conviction from the Lord, and because I have accepted the Lord, He's always been in my heart, so the conviction was always pressing. I remember I would always tell this guy that I want to live a Christian lifestyle, I want to follow Jesus, and I really tried so hard to change him. I really tried so hard to change this man into the guy that I wanted him to become. And the funny thing is, I wasn't even living a lifestyle that I wanted to live, but I was focusing so hard on trying to change him to be like a Christian, so we can live this life together, that I found myself melting. So every 3 months I would honestly break up with him and I'd be like, I don't want to be with you anymore, and then the next month I will be running back to him, and I'll just be, you know, trying to fill a void in my heart. And it really crumbled me so much. You know, I went through a depressive state because I knew the way I was treating, you know, this relationship wasn't the best way, and I knew that the relationship wasn't the goals that I wanted in life, but I just kept going on with the relationship over and over again. And it wasn't until 2013 where this guy broke up with me, and this is the first time he broke up with me in about 5 years. Remember, I had been breaking up with him so many years, and he broke up with me. And when he broke up with me, I was like, at first I was like, how dare you break up with me? How dare you break up with me? Like, do you not know who I am? And I held so much pride because I was really, I held so much pride because I felt like I felt like I was the one that was allowed to break up with him, and he wasn't allowed to break up with me. But when he broke up with me, that really, really shattered my heart, and I was like, it was totally different because I couldn't run back to him, and I couldn't be like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Like, he was totally down with me, and that really took me to a point, a dark place where I've never been before. It took me to a point where I was so lost, I was so stressed out. I actually went to the doctor, and I had a whole bunch of rashes on my back, and I thought it was ringworm because I worked in childcare. And then when I went to the doctor and I showed the doctor, I said, oh, you know, look at my back, I have so many rashes, I think it's ringworm, or what is it? The doctor told me that, no, it's actually stress. And from that day, I left the doctor's office, and I was in total shock because I didn't realize stress could actually affect your body to the point where you have breakouts or you have rashes all over your skin. But I had such a bad breakout that I was like, I'm never, ever, ever going to let, you know, something stress me out to the point like this, and I refuse to be in this state. So early 2014, I started leaning a lot onto the Lord because I was such in a dark place. I had, you know, nobody to talk to. I had been in a relationship for about 5 years, and it was just so hard for me to detach from that. You know, his family was amazing, and you know, the circle of friends, we had the same circle of friends. So everything I knew was within this circle, was surrounded by this guy. And you know, like I said, I came from England, and this is what I call like my second family, and it was so hard for me to let go. But through the breakup, through that journey, I realized that I had nobody else to lean on to but God, and God really stepped in and filled in a void. And I remember crying out to the Lord saying, you know, I want to let go, I want to let go, I want to let go, and I can't do this anymore. I need to be free. You know, I don't want to be trapped. I need to be free. And honestly, the Lord really, really met me at a place where He came and took me and told me, you know what, let go and let God. And I really did that, and I let go of the relationship, and I started to find joy in myself. I started to find out who Rachel was. I started to find out that Rachel likes makeup. I started to find out that Rachel liked, you know, doing her hair. I started to find out all these things about myself. I would take myself to Starbucks and sit in Starbucks and just reflect on who God made me. And I suffered a lot, you know, this may be another topic, but I suffered a lot in terms of, you know, accepting my beauty and realizing my beauty. I compared myself to so many other people. I still struggle with that, but I compared myself to so many people. And when I put my life in God's hands, it totally turned around, and I just started to go on this trajectory where I was not worrying about anybody else. I was just so happy, and I was so free. And that dark place is what really got me to turn my life around, because I realized that, you know what, pictures, social media, all these camera things, you know, having people around you may make you seem that everything is going so well, and make you look like everything is going well, your relationship is goals, this is goals, but deep down inside you're crumbling, deep down inside you're so dark. And that was me. That was really, really me. Now, the amazing thing about my story is that the guy that I was with actually turns out to be my husband. So you can imagine what God did. God actually you know, turned his heart around, and I'm sure we'll have to do another video about that, but you know, to cut it short, the Lord turned his heart around, and he started to pursue me. I remember he was first talking to me, he started talking back to me, and I'm like, no, I am not the same Rachel, I have changed, don't come and talk to me, like, I'm over you, I'm free, like, don't talk to me. and he just kept pursuing me, and he kept telling me that he's trying to live this lifestyle the same way that I'm living, because I explained to him that, you know, I'm living a lifestyle where I follow God. You know, I'm not the same girl anymore. And he started to tell me the same thing, and at first I was like, all right, you are really trying to get to me. But he really started to pursue me in the way of Christ. So to cut the story short, it turned out to be amazing, where my boyfriend at that time, my now husband, changed his heart around as well, and he accepted the Lord into his heart. And you know, he pursued me, and once he pursued me, we got back into a relationship, and we got engaged, and we got married. And I can honestly say that from that day, we have never broken up ever since. Our relationship has really been strong, and our relationship has really our relationship has really changed, and our relationship is really walking in another direction. Like, it's so interesting for me, because it is I'm with the same guy, my husband, which I love so dearly, and I really got to experience life without God and life with God in a relationship. And I can honestly tell you from the deep of my heart that a relationship without God is gonna crumble. A relationship without God is full of so much confusion. It's so full of the enemy. It's so full of darkness. It's so full of emptiness, and I suffered that, and I really did get to experience it. And with the same guy who I am now married to, I have experienced a life where God is so faithful, and to show me how to love my husband, you know, so much more. I appreciate him so much more, and I get to look at him and I'm like, wow, do you remember where we have come from, and look at us now. And I believe that this is my testimony, because I know there's so many of you out there that were like me, are like me, like in the past, where you're in a relationship, and you know, you just want it to work out, and you're going around in a circle, and you're trying to figure it out. But you know what, sometimes you just have to, not sometimes, you actually just have to let go and let God, because that darkness, that dark hole it's not worth it. Honestly, it is not worth it. And there's many nights I cried, many nights I thought of suicide, many nights I suffered with depression. But this is why I am here today. This is why I am so full of joy, because my life got totally turned around. I would not be the same girl. I did not have the confidence to sit here in front of the camera. I was too busy focusing on trying to, you know, my relationship, that I didn't have time for anything else. But now, you know, now I'm just so full of joy, and I am so happy that I had the confidence and the courage to share this video. I actually feel so much better because it's now finally out. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you know, let me know any comments or any thoughts down in the description box below. It has been a journey, you know, it's been a journey, and I am still on a journey, and I hope, you know, that through this journey that you guys will also see the light. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.